Hey everyone, happy Sunday to you. I hope all is well. Here's our final video of the class. Good job so far, right? I know it's been a small class, but nonetheless, here we are. So in this course, in theory and treatment, I think we've done just that. And you think of theory, you may think of like our theories paper that's, by the way, due today, and it's worth a ton of points, so be sure to get those in. That said, is it's talking about in theory of counseling, right? Meaning a case conceptualization, right? We've talked about some ethical and legal issues that come up in a treatment setting. We've talked about different types of counseling in a treatment setting. So theory and treatment, right? The theory piece is assessment, diagnosis, treatment planning, basically case conceptualization, right? Every client you have, whether you're in a treatment setting or a private practice, has to have a treatment plan. So this is something you're gonna do throughout your career. I'll just be real with you. Many people in private practice don't do them until you get audited. Do them. You have to do them in a treatment setting. You have to do them anyway. Our licenses dictate, our rules and regulations say you have to do them, but I know many that don't do them. And then they get audited and wish they had done them, I'll just say. So, just do them. It's in a treatment setting, it's a roadmap, right? Remember, these treatment plans are roadmaps to what we're doing with our clients. Insurance wants to see them. What are we doing? I was just recently on a call with Optum. Or maybe it was United, either way with an insurance, with the clinical review, and they wanted to know what's the goal. They wanted me to run down my treatment plans. What are we doing? How are we advancing? What is our next goals? They wanted to know that. So it's important that you really take that piece serious. And in a treatment plan, that's what we do. And it's real easy to get just, in the mundane of the treatment and the care, and this is what we're just going to put here. But make sure, you can defend whatever you put on there, like we've talked about, right? And that you can justify, this is why I'm doing this because of A, B, and C, as evidenced by, right? So your treatment plans in here were good. I met with most of you on that. And again, whether you're in private practice or treatment centers or wherever you're at, you have to do those. So you'll get much more practice at those, and I would encourage you to stay on top of the Wiley books, like what we talked about in class, right? Because they'll update occasionally, and with the new language and the new verbiage, whatever that you need for that. So yeah, and now you're on to your theories paper, which is due tonight. Like I said, worth a ton of points. So between motivational interviewing and CBT, those are certainly not the only two to use. They're your two most used in our profession as LCDCs, and rightfully so. It's we talked a little bit in 1300 about staying in our lane as LCDCs. Do we work with career counseling, family counseling, marriage counseling, all the things? Of course we do. But as LCDCs, we do it as it relates to the substance use disorder. You get into complex trauma care and work, you need to be educated on that and have that experience right through that. So with our treatment plans, remember our diagnosis is always a substance use disorder as an LCDC. But we can have problem statements that address those other issues. Mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, bipolar, whatever it is, right? We don't have to diagnose, but we have to recognize. And I think we did a pretty good job in this class of acknowledging that and kind of recognizing the difference, right? Versus someone can have depression, but as an LCDC, I'm not able to diagnose that, but I need to be familiar with that. I need to understand how that looks and how it looks in this client's life, so that when I'm doing this treatment plan, my problem statement can be, alcohol use disorder, cannabis use, whatever substance, right? And then the problem statement, mental health, as evidenced by client reports depression symptoms that include A, B, C, and D. Remember, be very specific on those things. So I think these two courses, 1300 and 1305, really do correlate well together at the same time. So I was glad to see everybody taking them together. And so, yeah, anyways, treatment planning is going to be a part of what you do moving forward from here on out. Today, you'll finish 1300. Today's your last day for that class, as far as it's a little shorter. You'll have your your reflection paper turned in, and then this today, you'll have your theories paper turned in. And remember, I won't take them late because, I mean, if I've spoken to you about an issue, that's fine. But other than that, you've had weeks to work on this thing. So keep that in mind. And then you're down to your final reflection paper in here, and then this one's wrapped up. So guys, I hope to run into you at some point as colleagues. You've done a really good job in this course. I'm proud of all of you, and you know, I know you'll help a lot of people. So guys, have a great week. I'll be here till the end of next week. Remember, your reflection paper is due next Friday, not Sunday. So it's due, what is that date? I don't know. The 7th, it looks like. It was just Sunday. Yeah, it looks like it's actually the 5th. But either way, just get that done. That's not that serious. Get that done and turned in, and the sooner the better, and you'll be on your way. And guys, please be sure, if you haven't, to complete your course evaluations. Those are very important to us. And yeah, we'll talk soon.